Hello everyone, how's it going today? We are back for some more Lego building the Viking Village set. So we have the blacksmith part, and we are getting ready to continue with the Longhouse, the Great Hall. So let's go ahead and bring that down here, get our minifigs back out, including the one from the gift with purchase. Get these two out, since we will need them eventually. Here we go, a biking. Sure, yes, biking. Alright, so, starting on bag number 6. How's everyone doing today? Happy that it's Friday? I know I am. We're playing some Sulaco. It's a fun FPS. Ah, neat. Howdy, PGW Chaos. How's it going? Alright, let's see. Let me move the minifigs up a little bit. Get this up here. There we go. All right. So we got another minifig to do. You do have two of the same shields. He's got a, well, actually he doesn't have a spear. He has a sword. Howdy, Kinshir. How's it going? There's his sword. The horns. Shoulder piece, and there's his legs. Alright. So I think this this torso was also in the Viking longship. And I think this might be the Santa face. Viking Santa coming to bring you presents of swords in the gut and axes. It's a bit warm. 94 is a high today. Ugh. I think it only got to like 73 here. Maybe a little bit more because it's 74 right now, actually. I think it was like 76. But it hasn't cooled off yet, unfortunately. Okay. Tend to like holding the shields that way so that you can put them down like that. There we go. It's very nice decoration on the shield. It's interesting comparing it to this guy, who has a plain shield from the CMF series. It was a cool 80s today. The rest of the week, it was in the 90s. And it was cool for the last couple days here. Got down pretty chilly last night, which was good. But would be nice if it would stay cool, but it's not going to. All right, make another little. This is probably an oil lamp as opposed to a candle. That goes right on there. Alright, flip it around. And we get some side stud pieces. 72 will be the low there. Ooh. Yeah, I'm not looking forward to the, like the middle of summer. July, August, and September. Blah. Alright, and another one. There we go. Okay, next up, 2 pairs of log bricks and a 1x1 cylinder bricks. There we go. Alright, 3 pairs of 1x2 log bricks. Get that there. Alright. Okay, and then we make a 6 long bit. I want to use these to someday make a nice big palisade with, like, beige cones on top for the you know, carved spikes. I think that would be fun. It takes a lot of log bricks, though. Alright, 1x2 in gold. Dark brown 1x2 plate. Get a gold lattice pane piece. I think these pieces are, like, samurai head decorations from the Ninjago line. These pieces right here. It's neat using them as, like, doubling for kind of a Nordic decoration. It's a little off-center. There we go. Maybe they traveled to Japan to raid? That could be, I suppose. That could be. Alright. 1x4s there. And 1x2 in the middle. And then side stud pieces. It would be a bit of a trip. It would be a bit of a trip. Isn't there a movie where Vikings kidnap a samurai to help them against a foe? No, you might be thinking of the 13th Warrior that is about a an Arab who goes to the northern lands to help them out. Based off a Crichton novel, Eaters of the Dead, with Antonio Banderas as a very much not Arabic person. I mean, he might be from the Andalusia part of Spain. I think he's from Spain. Howdy, Bahamut. How's it going? Is it any good? I enjoy it. I don't think it got great reviews, but I do think that it is a very fun movie, and it feels. I mean, they're like. So some of the premise is silly and stuff like that, but I think that the set designs are really good and stuff like that. It's basically based on Beowulf, like heavily modified, of course, but But I enjoy it. If you haven't seen it, I would check it out. I really liked the set design. You got a thing for jury duty? Man, I never get jury duty. I want to go all 12 angry men on them. Alright, a pair of dark gray 1x1 cylinder plates in here. I've been called for jury duty once, and I was not picked to serve. Yes, you do need to watch the 1 through 12th Warrior movies to understand the 13th Warrior. No, so basically, like, they have like a legend or something like that, and they need a 13th Warrior, and he becomes that 13th Warrior. That's what it's... For those wondering. Yeah, but it's a civic duty, and it's a way to uphold your obligations as a citizen. But then again, I like legal stuff, so... Having to get up so early and just sit in a waiting queue is not fun. Yeah. I mean, I totally get it. But I would put it this way. Who would you rather have on a jury? You or someone who just can't come up with an excuse to get out of it? Like, that's kind of how I look at it. Like, I'd rather have someone who sees it as doing their civic duty kind of thing. So that's kind of how I see it for myself. You got a jury survey a few weeks ago, but nothing further, so you don't know if you're just not in the right district for and the process is slow. You've been picked for jury duty 3 times, however you only could make it to 1. You weren't picked when you did go. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing, is like, it's not super likely that you'll be picked anyway. I mean, if you don't think you can serve, that's different. Like, I mean, if you have a legitimate health issue, which certainly migraines could count. I don't know if they consider that or not, but you might want to get a doctor's note if that's the case. I mean, voting is very important, obviously, which I will, because I think European elections are coming up, so I'll probably try to mention that in tomorrow's update video. Get out of here, bug. Yeah, voting is super duper important. It is the most important. Hard to believe it's June already. Well, almost tomorrow, not today. Let's not go wild. For the first one, you had an operation. Third time, you're traveling for work. So I'd actually had something scheduled when they called me up the one time. And they were like I was going to a convention, and people were relying on me for it. So I was like, I got people who are relying on me who have paid and stuff like that. Yeah, at that time, certainly. I'm not great with crowds anymore, so the last convention that I went to, I basically ended up not actually going to the convention very much because of the crowds and just losing interest in stuff. So that's why I really haven't gone to conventions for a while. But they were fun in my younger days. You're at a store today and you found candy that looked like a monster from Soul Blazer. Neat. Should put a picture up on the Discord. There we go, and there we go. Okay, pair of 1x8s. Was it ironically one of those government supporting conventions? No, it was just a convention out of town. Like, half an hour away from me, but I drove and stuff, so. Yeah, if I still went, I would probably just be going to Anime Expo. But it's not like I can afford the plane trips anyway, so. Alright, let's see. Okay. So we need 8 of these. Oops. There we go. Planning to go to a con in Tennessee in a few weeks, so you're wondering if they will need you. Well, if you've got, like, plane tickets and everything like that, and especially if you have someone staying in your room, that's, you know, if they don't offer refunds and stuff. Like, I do kind of wish that there were a thing where you could be like, I can't do it this week, I can do it next week. Can you put me back into the queue for next week? Because I'm free then. From what you've seen of Anime Expo, you don't want to go? Yeah, the crowds have gotten a little ridiculous. And that's what part of it. Like it is a pain in the butt to move through the various halls and stuff like that. I don't think it's dangerous. It's just crowded. I mean, obviously, if something were to happen, like a big fire broke out, then that could definitely be dangerous. But they're also supposed to be dealing with crowds in such a way that there are you know, they're not violating fire safety rules and stuff. And I was definitely in situations at Anime Expo where staff would come along and be like, all right, we gotta rearrange how this is going because the fire marshal has said we have to, kind of thing. So, well, I mean, I would definitely be masking if I did go. No way I'd be in that many people and not mask. With DragonCon, it's spread over 5 hotels and 2 trade centers. Well, the LA Convention Center is one of the largest convention centers, so... But yeah, I mean, it's pretty crowded. And they probably cap attendance anyway, so... Alright, so we have these nice sections here for the, like, wood supports on the sides. I like that. Extra parts, we have a spare tan neck guard piece, a white horn, and a dark gray 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud. I mean, I haven't been to Anime Expo in many years at this point, so I couldn't say what it's like now. Oh yeah, yeah. Dealers Hall line at Anime Expo is crazy as well. If that's one of the things that you went to Anime Expo for, it oftentimes was worth it to get into like the special line, so you got early access or something like that. All right, we got a couple of banners. That's neat. Okay, they will be going that way. Yep. You'd say the coolest thing about Dragon Con is the parade? Is that like a cosplay thing? I've never been to Dragon Con. There we go. Got a couple nice banners there around the throne. All right, 1x4 bricks. It's a real parade. The city closed down some of the roads. That's cool. One of the funny things about Anime Expo is that it's done on the weekends in the business district of LA. So, like, at least when I was going at the beginning, I don't know, that may have changed overall, like, later. I think some of the places realized that they were missing out on money. But, like, you'd get there, and Saturday, you'd, like, wake up, and if you wanted Starbucks, the Starbucks is closed. Because it's a weekend. It's the business district. I didn't go to Starbucks, but I had friends who did and grumbled about that. I think things might have changed as they realized that with like 60 to 100,000 people coming to that section of town, you know what? Maybe paying some employees to, you know, some overtime to be open on the weekend is worth it. All right, I'll take a look at that after the stream. I'll check that out. More 1x2 slopes with cutouts. There we go. and lots of golden flowers. Scary how many monsters in Stardew Valley remind you of Soul Blazer monsters. I mean, he might have been inspired by some of them. That would not surprise me. And there we go. Alright, now for a front door. Yep, that is true. Alright, then a 1x1 tile with top clip for the door handle. And flip it over, and another 1x6 on the inside. Some of the Dragon Con host hotels are neat, such as the Marriott Marquis, which has a large open-air atrium. So, unless they sold out before I got my my tickets, and my room reservations, I would usually stay at the Westin Bonaventure Hotel in LA, which probably doesn't mean anything to most of you, but if you've seen the movie In the Line of Fire with Clint Eastwood and John Malkovich, the climax of the movie takes place at that hotel. And also, it was used as like a setting shot for the Buck Rogers TV show for the future. So it was always pretty cool to stay there. Alright, so we got our nice doors here on the front of the hall. New Chicago. Indeed. Howdy, Mad Martin. How's it going? And we have a dark brown 1x1 plate extra. Alright, bag number 8. I mean, it was used for other stuff, too. There's at least one other movie that was filmed inside there. They have little plaques by the elevators saying what movies were filmed there and stuff. I think the answer to that is Nuked, Bahamut. If you recall correctly, that's what the city in Buck Rogers was with that hotel. Yeah, I don't actually remember that much. I just, like, I remember getting to the hotel and being like, I've seen this. This is so familiar. And then, like, watching an episode or a clip or something of it and being like, you know, that Leo pointing meme. But it's a pretty cool hotel because it's got um, like 5 glass towers that are basically like this, but obviously connected in between them. So, and all the rooms are just like around the outside. The center is just like stairs and you know, the linen closet and stuff like that. Ice machines, vending machines, things of that nature. And it's just like you get great views of the city and stuff like that. Kind of like the 2004 Punisher movie, which was for some reason set in Tampa. Did they film it someplace else? Most of the locations were in Tampa. Well, that's cool. Yeah, I like it when stuff is actually filmed that takes place in and around DC is actually filmed in and around DC. Wouldn't say it's exactly common. Let me tell you. When you're watching the TV show Bones and you're like every episode, that's not DC. That's not DC. That's not what DC looks like. That's not DC. There was a lot of not DC in that show. It's like some people walking down a street in DC, and I'm like, yeah, that's a California tree. That is not a DC tree. And then I think there was an episode where an earthquake struck while someone was in the metro, and it was A, not the metro, and B, you do not get earthquakes that strong in DC. You really, really don't. Oh, man. I mean, there are fault lines here, but they're incredibly old. They're basically dead fault lines. The continent would have to rift apart for you to get anything like that. Or the mid-Atlantic fault that's spreading would have to start merging, which isn't going to happen. Which, that reminds me, fun thing. Did you know that the Pacific Plate is a murderer? The Pacific Plate has killed a lot of other plates. One amusing thing about the Godzilla vs. Kong movie, Godzilla attacked Pensacola. You can see mountains. That is, yeah, that's like the mountains of Ohio or the mountains of Illinois that you sometimes get. Or an enterprising supervillain puts all the nuclear weapons in that fault. No, so there was a point where a new plate formed in between 3 other oceanic plates, and it just pushed those oceanic plates underneath the continental plates, such that like there's if you go look at plate tectonic maps, you'll see 2 tiny little plates off the Pacific coast, subducting under the Pacific coastline. Those 2 are the remains of one of those plates. The others are underneath, like, Japan and Australia, if I remember correctly. Yeah, there is the Rift Valley in Central Africa. It's not like in half. It's gonna split off like the Horn of Africa and some of the nearby area down to, I think, Lake Victoria. I think that's where it kind of starts. I got on a plate tectonic reading kick the other night. It's fun stuff. But yeah, like there's, you know, the common jokes about the earthquakes that split off, you know, the western seaboard from continental U.S. You got that in like Escape from L.A., where L.A. became an island. That's not going to happen. Yes. Yes. In a number of million years, there would be a new ocean eventually. I don't know if that would come in from the top or the bottom, though. I'm not sure where the split is going. Oh yeah, I love reading about plate tectonics and stuff. It's great fun. Don't you wish you had time travel so you could go find out? Yes, that would be pretty fun. Suddenly getting dizzy is not so fun. I don't know what's up with that. I mean, we can model what we think is going to happen because we've got a pretty good understanding of where things are moving right now. We're time traveling right now, just only forward in time. Well, and I do want to go even more forward in time, but I want to be able to come back too. I don't want to only be able to travel forward through time via time dilation. Thought physical geography for 5 years, it was always fun to create models for that. Yeah, and I mean, like, it's a pretty fun way of also thinking about, like, fantasy worlds. Right now, my head is spinning me right round like a record baby, right round, round, round. It's very weird. I don't know why it just came on. It is going away though. Luckily. There's a YouTube channel that talked about building a world and where to place mountains and whatnot depending on where the plate tectonics are. Yeah. No, I'm okay, at least for now. If I feel I need to call it early, I will, but I'm okay right now. Besides, it's, you know, not like I need to, I'm moving around much, so... Dizziness when walking is is the worst thing. In BattleTech, they do have maps of a number of worlds in the game, which can be fun to look at. Yeah, I mean, like, I love maps in general, so I'm always a fan of looking at maps. Fun little, I don't know what this would be on this building, honestly. No, I am definitely not getting heat stroke or dehydrated. It's not that warm in this room. And I've been drinking plenty of fluids. Chat court physicians are on the case. Eaten recently? 5 hours ago. And a pretty big meal, too, so I don't think it's that. No, I did not. Hold on. Get the hell out of here, bot. And get reported. There we go. No, I mean, I'm okay. It was just, it was fairly momentary. Make a flare solve everything. Yeah, I mean, like, I've used fractal generators for maps on occasion, and they never quite worked for me. You know, they tend to feel a little too contrived, despite being randomly generated. Nonsense, I'll be gone at any moment. Into the cart you go. Rings bell. Oh, no! Do not bring out your dead, sir. Bring out your Ald. Well, everyone should bring out their Ald. Bring out the Ald in all of us. In all of us. I'm sorry. You're too young to be that old. Well, you're only as young as you feel. Oh, God, I feel so old. Need to watch that movie again sometime. Yeah, I haven't seen that in a while myself. Always a fun one. You also love the Stardew Valley LP and the Hunt for the Prismatic Shard. That Prismatic Shard is never going to show up, it feels like. Doesn't help that I need multiples. Alright, some clips here. You love it because another LP or you watch found one and multiple Iridium ores? Curse them! I'm actually usually really lucky on finding them, but I think my luck triggered with the ancient fruit seed, the ancient seed. You believe you only found one in your game. Ooh. Because you do need multiples. I guess you don't need them, but I'm not sure if you get everything if you don't have multiples. I don't know if you can get perfection without multiples. Sand plate? No, this is thatch. This is thatch. Alright, and then one of these. Some snow. Flip it over. Stardew with the tractor mod. There's a tractor mod? Kitties shouldn't litter on the roof. I actually did not know that they liked cats. Alright, curved slope and quarter cylinder tile there. You're very tempted to get the Artemis set. That looks neat. Yeah, I wanted that one as well. It's great, but it costs like 100k gold and some number of battery packs. That's fine. Like, what's it do? Oh, it allows you to harvest, plant, till in a wide swath. Gotcha, gotcha. I missed that. Is Final Fantasy Tactics Advance done recording? No, but I did get to the end. But there is post-game stuff. So I'm on the post-game stuff. Oh god, it needs to. Alright. Basically, select your tool, hole, scythe, watering can, and you drive the tractor around and it does whatever tool you selected. Oh. So, like, then do you not use sprinklers, or does it ignore them and drive over them? There's a ton of missions that pop up after the end of the game that you can only get after the end of the game. So that's what I'm working on now. You have to drive around them, but the area of effect is wide enough for it to be fine. Ah, gotcha. That's pretty cool. Uses the same code as the horse, basically. I like how mod-friendly he's made it, even though I don't use mods. Like, I do appreciate that. You know, it allows people to modify the game in a way that they want to experience and stuff like that. It was a download and then simply drag and drop into the mod folder. Ah, that's cool. I mean, I'll probably be going for perfection, but I still haven't decided yet. But yeah, there's some like recruitable characters that you can get after the end of FFTA. There's a ton of missions that only pop up after the end. So there is a lot more to play to that. Oops. There we go. Okay. And then we get our brackets along the front end. Alright, then 5 of the grill tiles. Okay, and let's do the other one. There we go. Alright, got all of our grill tiles on. And then tile slopes. I mean, there's a few, like, UI mods that I might consider at some point. Grimith's been playing Stardew Valley as well, and he's using a few that I can see their use. The ability to see how long until your crops are done is pretty nice. Oops. Yeah, I've never really done anything with Minecraft mods either. A little bit of, like, asset pack changes, but that's about it. Okay. does clip on and then go that way. Good. Alright, so, and these are some interesting backpack elements, like pauldron with 2 technic holes. So, interesting use of these. Oh yeah, that's what that is. That is pretty cool. Alright, there we go. That is the first one. And then helps if I get them on the right side. Yeah, I'm not used to like a little structure, seeing a little structure on longhouses like that. Okay. Alright, spare parts. Brown 1x1 cylinder plate, gold 1x1 cylinder plate with hollow stud, a gold sausage, gold 3L bar, a nougat 1x1 tile slope, a gray half pin, a brown 1x1 or 1L beam, and a white 1x1 tile with round end. All right, so here is the longhouse. Got a nice, oops. Let's hold the roof down so it doesn't fall off. Some nice decorations above the door. Like, that's pretty nice and fancy. Doesn't seem that long. Well, it is Lego selective compression, so yes. I mean, it might be a meat haul. I mean, it's Lego selective compression. That's what's going on right there. Alright, so we'll go ahead and put that back there, because I think we're going to be starting the final section. We'll put it together at the end. Bag number 9. Don't eat the meat haul. Jeez. It's just Lego selective compression, honest. I'd punish you for that, not a rogue AI, but I don't want to punish everyone else for that at the same time. No collective punishment. This time. Alright, let's see. 2x4. 1x2. There we go. Now all that standards, I always have standards. Sometimes those standards are a collective punishment. Can't punish you at your Bahamut and have Mega Flares. I mean, you don't know what I would do. I think you might feel that it is punishment. And I'm not feeling that mean. But it could be even worse, Lel Bunny. Could be even worse. Don't push me. Don't push me. I can still do it. I have it in my pocket. I was nice, but, you know, I don't have to be nice. I do not have to be nice. How could it be worse? Again, you don't know what kind of punishment I was going to inflict. And as they say, what you don't know can't hurt you. Yep, no nice claws there. See? See? I mean, if you guys want to be tortured, I can do that. I can do that. I just figured that, you know, it's Friday night. Everyone's feeling happy. We're building Lego. I can be nice, you know? But, you know, if you guys don't want me to be, I don't have to be. I'm telling you, it'd be worse. It'd be worse. You have jars of pickles to protect you. You're not that scared. I mean, you guys are pushing it. You're really pushing it. Don't blame me if you get collectively punished. I tried. I tried. Because I am nice. Instead, I'd rather surround myself with hideous Lego figures. Well, you don't like the Viking Lego figures? Wow. That's kind of rude. It's kind of rude. Oh, you mean like these? And everyone's favorite! Everyone's favorite indeed. Howdy, Shield of Hope, how's it going? If I were nice, I'd share my Lego with the less Lego blessed. I mean, you're not here. Galador figures? I actually do not have any Galador. I should rectify that. I should rectify that. They're not really figures, though. There we go. Alright, dark green 1x1 plate as a spare. Hey, can't annihilate me. I have the power of cornflakes. Breakfast soup protects me. You wish you could overcome the power of breakfast soup. But you can't. Breakfast soup protects me. Reflects that mega flare back on yourself. Breakfast soup is a terrible name. Breakfast soup is wonderful. Crimson Clover agrees with me. Alright, let's see. Flip it around. I got a couple small pieces. Shorty brick. She's allowed. I see how it is. I see how it is. You're biased against dragons. I understand. I understand. How many times must I die upon that breakfast soup hill before I see how futile it is? As soon as it's no longer funny to me is when I will stop. Which means never. Howdy, Ice7, how's it going? No worries. You arrive when you arrive, and that is fine. You are just in time to celebrate breakfast soup, though. If it was Raisin Bran Crunch, you'd be more likely to listen. Ugh. Regular Raisin Bran for the win. I like Raisin Bran. It's good. But I have tried some of the crunchy style and it's not. It's not. I got some from Trader Joe's, and probably one of the worst cereals I've ever had outside of weird novelty ones. I mean, chowder can be made with milk. Lucky Charm cereal is a superior cereal. I've never actually had, well... No, I think I have had marshmallow cereals before. But only as an adult, and only once or twice, and I did not like it. There was a French toast cereal a while back that you thought was ick. Well, so Cinnamon Toast Crunch had a French toast version for a short time, I think. That might have been it. I misspoke. It happens. But you know, someone should do that now. The delicious taste of truffles in a cereal. Now, my personal favorite cereal is actually Apple Cinnamon Cheerios. That is absolutely delicious. My favorite healthy cereal is Raisin Bran. Although I don't know exactly how healthy it really is, but who cares? You'll always go back to Raisin Bran Crunch? Like, I don't like Raisin Bran when it's soggy, but that stuff did not... The stuff that I got did not soak up the milk well enough. Like, when I get down to the dregs of a box of Raisin Bran, and you're just looking at, like, the tiniest of crumbles left, I basically will get rid of it at that point and not put it into a bowl, because that's not pleasant. I will take out the raisins, though. Puts raisins in all the cereal. I think you might have misunderstood what I was getting at. I will take out the raisins and put them into my last bowl kind of thing, and then get rid of the dust flakes. You put craisins in your Raisin Bran for extra sins. You are a monster. Just monstrous. Sins indeed. Illithid to be exact. That's true. That's true. That's true. Sometimes I forget. You disguise it so well. What with that deep, deep cowl. And the mental domination. Need more sins? And I think the Pet Shop Boys had a song about that. Turned over a new leaf, then tore right through it. It's probably my favorite Pet Shop Boys song. Spend most of your time tricking captains to take you to various locations on their Spelljammer ships. Sugar cookies are the best kind of cookies. shortbread's good too. I'm sad that Keebler doesn't make soft batch chocolate chip cookies anymore. Those are delicious. Those are the best. There's a very, very annoying little gnat flying around here. Probably sent by one of you guys to harass me. Actually put craisins in oatmeal cookies too. I mean, Little Bunny, if you want me to sit on your oatmeal raisin cookies, it's questionable, but I'll do that if that's what you want. I mean, I guess if you just like dragon smashed cookies, I guess. I don't understand it, but I'll do that if that's what you want. Not on your cookies. There's a part of you that wants to make gummy candy, and you almost picked up the one thing you would need for it before realizing you don't have the molds for candy. Well, molds are pretty cheap. I've made candies before. Mostly chocolates. Well, yeah, Little Bunny, but again, it's in the contract that I must misinterpret things. I don't make the rules. You don't even need molds, just do gumdrops? That's true. That's true. I have ice cream that I really shouldn't have gotten. And I will enjoy it. And then be sad. You have 2 tubs of ice cream to eat in one day? Wait, to eat one day, not to eat in one day. Got it. All right. All right, we use a small burp. Yes, that is right. A small, big, ugly rock piece. There we go, and 1 by 4. I'm supposed to regret it after I eat it, not before? I mean, to be fair, I have cut out a lot of carbs, so I'm figuring it's okay if I cheat a little bit. Still have 36 cans of Mountain Dew. I mean, that's good for 2 or 3 days. Need more carbs? I mean, pretty sure I don't. You're right. You're right. Not a rogue AI. That's just a day's supply. You're right. Sorry, I made that mistake. I'll be better next time. Single leaf down here. You know why the doctor was horrified of your numbers at 18 cans a day? Yeah, so, you know, I cut back 17. You know, now I'm only on 17 a day. So I should be right as rain in a matter of time. Mountain Dew has important preservatives and aspartame that are essential for a healthy dragon. Yeah, exactly. Exactly. Keeps my coat looking shiny, too. It's very important, keeping your coat looking shiny. I hope you guys are doing that as well. Think you're supposed to drink it, not rub it on your scales? Well, I don't rub it on my scales. Nothing to pop, can't stand the nose fizzies? That's fine. It's actually probably really good. It's probably very, very healthy on your part to not be into soda. I do miss the sugar in soda, though. I really do. Although it did not take long for regular Mountain Dew to start tasting differently. Walked into a room with a cat messing with something on the floor. It looked up and bolted. Mens rea, kitty, mens rea. I don't know, not a rogue AI. Seems innocent to me. It's a pain when you go places and all they push is their pop drinks. I mean, you could also get water. I started doing that when I was at places that didn't have soda that I wanted. Just get water. It's a little thing. Not enough places offer iced tea. Now, where I am, you always have to ask whether it is sweetened or unsweetened. Because we are right at that border between the commonalities, I think. I mean, I'm just saying it's a possibility. You don't want it, that's fine too. Sweet tea is disgusting. Being someone who doesn't care, it does amuse me to watch the people who do care get unreasonably angry when they go to a region that does iced tea differently than what they like. Alright, get a little bit of snow on here. There we go, and then turn it around. Well, no, it's more along the lines of, like, someone from a region where it's sweetened orders it at a place where it's not sweetened, without asking, and vice versa. I mean, I do get it. I understand how that would be annoying, but finding, like, I don't like either, so to me it's just funny. My father was one of those who always had to ask. I actually cannot remember what he preferred, sweet or unsweetened. I also don't know which is northern and which is southern. I think northern is sweetened and southern is unsweetened. No, it's reverse. Sweet is south. Okay. The other dread question, Coke or Pepsi products? All right, little rack with fishies hanging out to dry. Very cute. In the back, we have a little mine area with what I assume is copper. We got stairs leading up here, which is pretty nice. Nice little staircase. Spare parts, we got a gray 1x1 plate, a tan 1x1 tile, a dark gray 1x1 cylinder tile, and a dark orange 1x1 cylinder plate. Alright, let's go ahead and set this aside for the moment, because it is that time again. That time you all know and love, when you get to sacrifice your hams on the altar of moi. Alright, so Series 11 to start it out. Get my dice. D6. Alright, 4, so we're going into the middle. 13. 1, 2. I think it's close to what we had last time. Let me re-roll. That's pretty close to. I don't remember what we had last time. Come on, roll low. 7. Pardon me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's go ahead and start a prediction. All right, you have changed the layout for this Twitch, which is actually not a bad thing. All right, it is better. They change how many characters you can put in? It looks like maybe they did. I don't know. Anyway, let's go ahead and start a prediction. Go ahead and get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? Bahamut got an 8, so that would be the Yeti. Got out of the shower at the right time. Nice. How's it going, Preskitch? That's a 1, so that is the Barbarian. When you were in your first school, when you were old enough to leave school during lunch, you'd always have lunch at home and then go to the store and pick up a can of Coke and take it back to school. Principal always got irritated because it was a Pepsi school. All right, Nadaroge, I got a 13. That would be the sock hop waitress. All right, get your predictions in. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get my timer all ready to go. There we go. All right. So get your predictions in. There are just 30 seconds remaining. Can I guess what is inside the minifig pack? I'm actually really liking the Zero Sugar A&W. It's really root beery. All right. So let's see. Can I guess? I've got my timer up. And go. All right. What do we got? What do we have? That is okay. 9.38. We have the Rock Climber. Howdy, the P-Whale. How's it going? Let me get you a shout-out. We are opening some... Oh, well, I was beaten to that. How's it going, everyone? Thank you very much for that shout-out. I assume Lil Bunny. What were you up to tonight? We are opening some Lego minifigs. So if you have any channel points, get them ready. All right, that is correct. So that was 9.38. I felt the pickaxe. It was a dead giveaway. So let me choose the outcome. Within 20 seconds, complete that prediction. Who is getting the hams? All right, Kinshear winning all of the hams. Very nice. Ice Oven going for 20 to 50. Preskitch and Shield of Hope going for 50 to 60. And Bahamut and Lel Bunny going for no. Doing some 1,000-Year Door. That's a point and click, isn't it? I think, or am I thinking of a different game? No, I think I'm thinking of a different game. If that miner becomes an officer in the army, would he be a minor major? Right, Paper Mario. That's it. I always forget what the subtitle is for that. Well, I hope that was fun. There we go. All right. So a nice detailed torso, if the camera would focus. Come on, camera. Camera. There we go. No printing on the back, unfortunately. But pretty neat coiled rope. That's pretty cool. Glad the remake is out so you can play one of your all-time faves again. Nice. I've never actually played that one. Alright, so that is it for Series 11. Let's go ahead and move on to Series 18. Those lines on the face gave you grandma vibes. And he's got a little bit of a weather-beaten face there. Alright. So let's go ahead and roll a d6 to choose the row. So 2, so we're going with the first row. And 19, I don't think there's 19 in there. Oops. Don't think there's 20. All right, 7 again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. There we go. Okay, so let's start another prediction. Can Ald guess what is inside the minifig pack? Get your predictions in. Go ahead and put these aside. A Minotaur Pupper Food Maker. It could just be a butcher. Alright, let's roll a d20 to see what that predicts. 16, that would be the boy with the balloon. All right, Seal and Mortar got a 6. That would be the girl with the balloon. Bahamut got a 4. That would be the clown with the balloon animals. And Nadarogai 7. That would be the dragon costume. Which, yeah, we haven't actually gotten any of those at all, so... So go ahead and get your predictions in. Minute 10 to go. Yeah, there is, like... It's actually kind of annoying that these two are extremely similar, with the only difference being the hair. And same thing with these two. The hair, the hat, and the hair, and the 1x1 tile in that one. Those are the only differences. It's a little annoying. I'm lucky that the 2 of these that I've gotten have actually been able to identify correctly. So 3 out of 4 of the dice predictions say balloon. Yep. Someone's letting off fireworks. Why the heck would someone be letting off fireworks? That's bizarre. I'm glad it's illegal around here. Alright, 20 seconds remaining. Get your predictions in. Alright, just a few seconds remaining. Fireworks are legal a few days before and after a holiday. Huh. Alright. Predictions are closed. So, let's go. Alright, what do we got? What do we got? Those are legs. This is... Okay. 14.38. I do believe that it is the clown with the balloon animals. I felt his bow, and I don't see anything else that has something similar, so let's see if that is correct. I could be jumping the gun. I didn't wait to confirm it with another part, which I sometimes do. That is correct. Yep, your dice roll did get it. Alright, let's choose the outcome. Choose the Alds. Choose within 20 seconds. Complete that prediction. And who is getting the hams? Seal and Mortar getting the hams. Very nice. Ice Oven Kinshir Shield of Hope going for 20 to 50. Preskitch going for 50 to 60. And Bahamut and Lel Bunny going for no. Very nice. All right. So this is like super long lapels. Didn't cut that, did I? I hope I didn't. No, I don't think so. There's not enough space on the top. Does it? No, I think I just got a bad lapel. No, there is not enough space left on that for it to have fit in the top of the minifig pack, which is one of the reasons why I cut there. It's fine, though. I don't think I'll ever use these super duper long lapels because they're kind of ridiculous. And I accidentally have him sit down. Alright, and then he gets the... Don't roll off. Got his bow tie. There we go. Get his hat on. And 2 balloon animals. Got a trans pink and trans green. I don't know if I may have green. I don't think I have pink. I know I have blue. But there we go. We have our balloon animal clown. He's sticking his tongue out there. Nothing on the back. He's got very long lapels, so. Alright, there we go. Okay. Oh. Well, there is the tip is there. Maybe I did cut it. I don't know. If I did, it happens. It's fine. Alright, finally. We got Series 26. Alright, D6 to determine 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Alright, that's a 5. So D10, 1 at that side, 10, 9 at that, and that is a 7. That's a lot of 7s. That should be this one. Alright, put that aside. Get out our scale. And let's go ahead and start a prediction. Again, for this one, we are going with a guess. Then I will roll a die. Then we will weigh it. And if none of those are correct, then it's no. Otherwise, it goes in the priority of guess, then wait, then die roll. So go ahead and get your prediction in. Let me go ahead and get our page over here with the weights. Nadaroge, I got 2. That would be the imposter alien suit. Sealand got a 9. That would be the Robo Butler, and 7 for Bahamut. That would be the UFO costume guy. Well, Bunny has a Minotaur hot air balloon assembler. All right, so far we've only gotten 2 of the minifigs so far. We've gotten the tourist alien, and we got... Did I not mark it down last time? I did not. We got the Mtron guy. Lil Bunny is going to make bank when they finally release the all-Minotaur set. Alright, 40 seconds remaining. Get your predictions in. So I have my D12 ready to go. Alright. 20 seconds remaining. Last chance to get a prediction in. Will I be able to guess it? Will the weight be correct? Will the die roll be correct? Or will we be wrong like last time? We were wrong last time. And I do have an app scanner to use as well. So let's go ahead and pull that up. All right. Predictions are closed. All right, so let me go ahead and make a guess by shaking it. All right, I'm not hearing a whole lot of large pieces. There are a few small ones, so I'm actually going to go with the retro Space Lady. All right, let's go ahead and weigh it. So 17.33. It is definitely not the retro Space Lady. This seems closest would be the Orion guy. All right, so that's 17.32, and it's now saying 17.31. So, yeah, let's say that the weight is the Orion guy. That definitely seems the closest. And these numbers seem more accurate than the previous set. All right, so Orion guy for the weight, and the die roll. 10, that would be the bug guy. All right, so let's go ahead and scan it. That is the flying saucer costume fan. All right, that is 7. So it looks like that's going to be a no this time. That was 17.5, so I think that the numbers might be a little bit off on the... might be a little bit more off than I thought. And indeed, that is correct. All right, let's choose that outcome. That was a no. Complete the prediction. All right, let's see. Who is getting the hams? Bahamut getting all of the hams. A large number of hams there. Very nice. Shield of Hope, Crimson Clover Blossom, and Kinshear going for yes with guess. Seal and Mortar, Preskich, and Ice Sovereign going for yes with weight. Lel Bunny going for yes with the die roll. And it was a no again. Got all the hams. Got all of the hams, indeed. There we go. And standard bell jar piece. Right in there. You figured the die roll was least likely to win? Yes. Yeah, it probably is. He's got a little earth on his back, too. He's covered in stars. The tile is covered in stars. And there's his, UFO head thing. You know what? I'd be tempted to use this piece as the, like, the head disc from Baron Munchausen. I wonder how that would work. So there we go. You have no faith in my die abilities. You're right. I will never die. All right. That was number 7, which I think someone did roll. Right? Or am I misremembering? Get out of your head? No. I like living rent-free in people's heads. It's fun. You think you rolled a 7. Nice. All right. Well, let's get back to building this. We are pretty close to being done, I think. Nope, rent-free. I'm actually going to move these guys because we do have limited space. And I'd rather have the Viking figures on. Oh, don't worry, Bahamut. An emote of a pickle jar does not keep me out. All right, back to the Viking Village. You got pickles on your mind, huh? Actually, just get out. You don't need some cornflake lover in your skull. If you're not Team Cinnamon Toast Crunch, that's not a breakfast soup, then you're no head renter of yours. I mean, I don't think you can keep me out. I don't think you can keep me out. Nor me! I'm everywhere. All right, Bahamut, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out. The only way to keep a dragon out of your head, hire a Tonberry. Yeah, they don't move very fast, though. They're pretty easy to wipe out. Breakfast soup, breakfast soup. See, yeah, exactly. It's all about the breakfast soup. Tonberries only think they can hurt me. Man, I want some breakfast soup now. Someone get me some breakfast soup. Keep dying on that hill one of these days, just gonna bury me there? Oh, but I don't die. Like you said, you have no faith in my die ability. By the cube rule, cereal is a salad? No. No. That's not accurate. No sides or bread, therefore salad. That's true, Lel Bunny, but I don't think you could actually bury me. Alright, let's actually move this back a bit, since we're not working on it at the moment. Besides, if you buried me, then where would you get all the wonderful, wonderful Let's Play content? I think the cube rule is you take, like, picture the food as a cube, and if you have, like, bread on two sides, then it's a sandwich, and if bread is only on one side, then it's, like, pie or pizza or something like that. And if there's bread on no sides, then it's a salad. By the same rule, a hot dog is properly categorized as a taco. Maybe tacos are properly categorized as hot dogs. I mean, I might not be your only one, but I am the best one. I'm the only dragon, after all. It's kind of hard for me to sit on digital content, though. I'm not really sure how I would do that. It's a lot easier to sit on your cookies. Definitely. Definitely easier to sit on the cookies. There we go. All right, bag number 12. You know what you could have? You could have the combination of breakfast soup and cookies. Cookie Crisp. I had that once as a kid. Alright, there's a little burp. Get our large tiles up there. Plates up there, and there we go. All right. So we are working on this part. Okay, let me move that up here because we have not had a call to use it yet. They fail as cookie and cereal. No, I remember not being a big fan of them either. I think it was one of, like, from what I recall, it was one of those things like, I always wanted it as a kid. My parents wouldn't get it for me because they were like, no, that's not actually cereal. That's just a, snack, not cereal kind of thing. And when I did finally try it, I was like, yeah, this isn't actually any good. And I think that kind of carried over to my other feelings on most of the novelty cereals. I should check to see if Jamel Bowie has done any more cereal reviews. If he has, I haven't seen them in a while. Those were always hilarious. Mostly just wanted Cheerios or maybe Rice Krispies with Grandma's canned peaches. I liked Kix with added sugar. The worst cereal you ever tried was Kaboom. You can only describe it as sugar-frosted sugar. I feel like that feels kind of like how it was marketed, too. Maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know. I've never had Oreos cereal. Well, so, I mean, have you had Kix? Kix has no sugar. Like, it's just, like, puffed up, like, corn or whatever it is. Put a spoonful of sugar on top. Yum, 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 yum. Hey, Mikey, he likes it! Kix is strangely good. Yeah, I mean, part of it is that, like, because of the way it's made, it's kind of like how, like, with Rice Krispies, they don't, like, they take a while to get soggy, so they keep a crunch for quite a while. I would probably like Kix a lot better without sugar these days than when I was a kid. But I was a kid, you know, I love sweet stuff. Kaboom was definitely the unapologetic rebel during the cereal is healthy campaigns. Yeah, I vaguely recall it. Vaguely recall it. But yeah, like, for a while, my favorite was, like, Fruit Loops. But I also liked Frosted Flakes. But eventually it was just, like, Raisin Bran. and then they came out with Apple Cinnamon Cheerios, and that was delicious. Alright, let's get a white leaf in here. But yeah, like, Jamel Bowie did his cereal reviews, and one of the ones that he reviewed, I think, was, like, kimchi flavored or something. And it was just completely disgusting. Don't get you wrong, you would eat sugar cereals, but you would annoy your siblings by asking for Cheerios at the store when they wanted Honey Nut or other sugar bombs. I mean, but isn't annoying your siblings its own reward? Rainbow Bright cereal. It's kind of a shame that you can't, like, get some of those old novelty cereals anymore and just try them to see how bad they are. Because I'm sure most of them are bad. All right, Sealan, have a good rest of your night. Thank you very much for coming on out, and thank you for the raid. For bringing us the raid, I should say. All right, let's get a 2x4 in there. There we go. And a dark green 1x2. Oh, he did it all on his own this time. Nice. Awesome. Well, I very much appreciate it. Just remember they had Super Mario and Legend of Zelda cereals during the days of the Super Show. I remember the ads for those. Did they have mushrooms in them? Oh God, why did I say mushrooms? Marshmallows. Not mushrooms. This is gonna be like that whole potato pumpkin thing again, isn't it? My brain mostly works. I swear. I remember some of my flubs. Especially weird ones like that. When I did it 3 freaking times in a row. There's a new Mario one apparently with marshmallows. Your brain hasn't worked at all today? Yeah, I did not sleep that well last night, which... I woke up 3 hours early and then only dozed after that. It sucked. I think I'm getting old or something. Maybe I just want a mushroom pizza. I don't even like mushrooms. Huh. Interesting. 3L bars down through there. That'll definitely lock this in together. Really anchor it. Still got 2 months before I'm getting old. I mean, I think I can get old before that. I think I'm allowed. After all, I'm only as old as I feel, and I feel old. Actually, I mostly don't feel old, but sometimes there are things like that that make me realize I'm not as young as I wish I was. Alright, it's actually cool enough out that I could probably open my window. Let's see how that goes. Maybe that'll help. Get some fresh air in here. The Nintendo cereal system doesn't seem to have had marshmallows. Interesting. Alright, and then we have 3 1x1 pyramids. My Viking Expeditions LP ensures that it's really easy to remember when my birthday is. That's fine. Okay, get this on here. And then 6 1x3 tiles. I think that's where it wants it to go. Oh, right. Okay. That's why that sticks out more. There's the 1x4 plate there, and there isn't there. Yeah, that feels about right. All right. There we go. And there we go. All right. Make sure these are straight. There we go. I'll have to check that out after the stream. Alright, so get a cone and a 6L bar. We have a spare blue and dark red shield with, I think, ravens on this one. So the other one has wolves. These are for Hugin and Mugen, and what are the wolves named? I am blanking on what the wolves are named. Wonder if it'll come back to me. It's been a while. Odin's 2 wolves. His ravens are Hugin and Mugen, I believe. Alright, so we have a pennant flag there. Howdy, 1-4, how's it going? Well, if it wasn't very good, I'm not surprised. Alright, let me get this down here, move some of these pieces so that they are not in the way. Gary and Frecky. Alright, well that is not what I would have thought. I guess I don't know those as well as I thought. Thank you. Alright, let's see. So 2 of these this way. I think some people are racing down the main street. Who are the wolves that eat the sun and the moon? Maybe those are the ones that I'm thinking of, whose names would remind me. tired? Much dishwashing at work? Jesus Christ. Yeah, I think some people are drag racing down the road. It's probably a place where they should put some speed cameras. Yeah, it's really annoying. It's very, very, very annoying. And extraordinarily unsafe to boot. Alright, there we go. And that goes right there. Okay, we get the inverted white 2x2 curved slope. Hati and Skull. Yeah, those are the ones that I was thinking of as Odin's wolves. Wikipedia claims Hati has a surname, Hrothvitnesson. Well, I mean, like, most... Being Old Norse, anything with a, an actual parent would automatically have a surname. Thought they just chased the sun and moon, not nommed them? Well, it might be one of those things where they're said to chase them and will eat them at Ragnarok or something, maybe? I don't know. I know stuff related to Thor and Odin and, well, Thrym and Surtur better. And then we have a nozzle piece acting as a tap, I guess. Interesting that they're using one of these rather than an actual tap, but alright. Clip that there, and rotate it up. Well, Skull might not have an attested lineage. I did not put the minifig together, did I? I did not. Nope. Alright, let's go ahead and do that. Completely overlooked that. Alright, nice warrior woman with an axe. With the blue shield with Hugin and Mugen on it. And I love this hair. This is a great hair piece for this this warrior woman. They're both brothers, sons of Fenrir. Well, then they wouldn't be Hrothvitnesson unless Hrothvitnesson is Hrothvitness is another name for Fenrir. There we go. But that is a lovely hairpiece. All right, spare parts. We got a Hrothvitnir. Yeah, okay, well. Then that's probably more a kenning. they should both be able to use that if they're both children of Fenrir. Alright, so tan 1x1 cylinder plate, white 1x1 tile slope, brown 1x1 pyramid, a gray 3L bar, a white long bison horn, black pneumatic T, and a black nozzle as our extra pieces. Okay, and let's put this in the back for the moment. Get bag number 13. Actually, I'm going to need that right away. How many set bags? I think 15. So we got 2 more, but the final one isn't very big. All right. Let's see. 2 1x2 bricks with cross axle holes. Oop, that goes right there. And some 1x1 bricks in tan. There we go. All right, a 2x2 half tile right over that. 1x2 there, and 2 1x1 plates. And then 3 1x2s. I do like how Thrym is very likely just a made-up character for a comedy. That is the character, the individual that became the god of frost giants in D&D. All right, so we have a pumpkin and we have some cherries in a little box. All right, stacks of 4 1x1 cylinders. Sorry, I had an ear itch. Basically, was it Freya that he wanted to, like, marry or something like that? So I think he stole Mjolnir and said he'd give it back if he could marry Freya. So Thor dressed up as Freya. Beard and all, I'm sure. And tricked him. Got there, picked up his hammer, and smashed his head in. There we go. All right. Well, yeah, I mean, Loki helped him pull off the trick, yeah. Utgard Loki is a giant. Different character. But yeah, I mean, like it's very likely a fabricated comic tale as opposed to an actual piece of mythology. But when it comes to D&D, who cares, right? A lot of Greek plays use myths for comedy. That's true, but it's not attested in anything else, whereas those myths are. Or at least the ones that we think are actual myths as opposed to fabrications. Because they also made up stuff, too, for the comedies. But yeah, if I remember correctly, there was also like, Little Red Riding Hood kind of bit in it where it's like, Thrym is asking Thor about, his male features, and he's just like having to make up reasons to explain it. You have your doubts as to the authenticity of the Battle of the Frogs and the Crabs? What? How could you doubt such things? It'd probably help if I got the bar on through the brick before I put on the other end. There we go. Alright, dark brown 1x2 log brick. Brown 1x1 plate with clip. But yeah, one day I want to do a lot of work on for D&D with the Norse deities and stuff. That will be a lot of fun. Alright, black 1x6s. Another dark brown 2x3 to lock these in. And beige 1x4s. And we get a ladder here. And a tan 1x2 tile. There we go. Okay, so 1x2s with one single center clip go. And that is actually incorrect. Plate there. There we go. Nope. There we go. Facing it in. And 1x6 arch. And another pair of dark brown 1x2 plates. I have no idea exactly what this is going to look like. Make sure that the 1x2 tiles and 1x3 tiles have their mold marks as hidden as possible. Alright, then 3 1x2s with bars. The hinges, and 3 black 1x1 tiles with top clips. Mythology, Mythology, remember when an LPer ranted at you in a video for mentioning to him that Cerberus had a two-headed brother? That's a choice. Alright, then we have a pair of wands here. Basically functioning as like iron bands on the door. It's pretty neat. There we go. And close the door. He was playing the wee kid Icarus, which had the two-headed dog, and he criticized them for messing up Cerberus. I mean, he only has one head in, oh god. Cardcaptor Sakura. Actually, he might have two heads when he shows up in normal size. I don't actually remember. It was found it interesting that both Greek and Norse myth had the underworld guarded by a dog. Well, they are both Indo-European. There's also the... So it's possible that they're both preserving something older, but it is also possible that that one influenced the other. Because in late Norse myth, they do include elements of Troy's destruction. And that's just a straight-up importing of, you know, another culture's interesting mythology tales kind of thing. Well, I mean, it's always interesting what things might get preserved and how they get preserved. I mean, Zeus and Jupiter are both from the same, oops, the same original pre-Indo-European deity, but yeah, perhaps from the yeah, I mean that would have come from like Varangians or just traders. I mean they would trade down that way as well, and Homer was widely seen as you know, true and stuff like that. But you know, it could be a preserved element because you know, Greek and Roman mythology both see Jupiter and Zeus as the chief god, but the equivalent in like Indic religions is no longer the chief god, and the equivalent in Norse religions is no longer the chief god. So, you know, that kind of thing can pretty easily happen. Alright, so let's go ahead and get this right there. Alright, I'm guessing that we're going to make a second wall section here. Yes, yes we are. So it's removable and you can see the, you know, like, pull it off to access the interior kind of thing. There we go, and for 1x2 plates. You wish all the mythology info would stay in your head as well as it does mine? It does not stay that well in mine. I wish it did stay better in mine. But there are things that do like to stick around. You only remember bits and pieces and have to keep looking up the rest? Oh, I mean, I have to look up a lot too. I totally get it, though. It is sometimes very odd what does stick in my memory and what doesn't. Make a Final Fantasy-style game around the lore. Be much more memorable in your brain. I mean, some of it is, like, you know, essentially, like, you know, where did they pull this information from to put it into, you know, like a Final Fantasy game kind of thing. It is some of it for me. So, the thing, though, not a rogue AI, is that, Interpretato Graeca and Interpretato Romana, that can give us clues, and they did associate Thor with Jupiter, who was a weather deity. Now, obviously, that doesn't necessarily mean that they were correct. But given the lack of other information, it's pretty reasonable. I mean, they literally saw them as the same. They saw Odin as Mercury. Just wanted to say something silly. That's perfectly fair. I was just pointing it out. There we go, and now we make the little angled window cover. But I do have some good books on mythology as well that I like to read and flip through. Wonder how they would have squared with Finnish mythology. Well, I mean, partly it's really hard to know because Finnish mythology was essentially gone by the time of. All right, I have missed where these go. Where do these go? Like, we don't even really know that much about it. Where the heck do these go? Hold on. Oh, right, on the inside of the door. Makes sense. No, I know, that's true. I mean, there are, like, we do know a little bit about it. Or at least we think we do. Okay. So, spare parts from that step. A gray 1x1 plate flower. A bright green carrot top. Trans orange candle flame. Red cherry. Dark brown 1x1 tile slope. And brown 1x1 cylinder plate. I mean, I believe Ukko is a storm deity, so he would be considered Odin. Yeah, continental Celtic myth is pretty spotty. We have a bit better handle on Welsh and Irish. Partly, but a lot of that is still, like, looking at how they saw things in post-Christian ways, how they still kept things alive, which is kind of how we do it with Finnish mythology, but we have a much earlier earlier point for the Welsh and Irish mythology. We have a lot more names of continental Celtic deities than we do their actual, like, anything about them. Okay. So that goes there, over to here. Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of contact between Scandinavians and the Norse Scandinavians and the Finns. Alright, got 7 of these, huh? Alright. That's 1. And there's some similar stuff with, like, Old Slavic mythology and stuff like that as well. Although the Finns weren't Indo-European, the Slavs were, so... Alright, that's 4. Five. Six. And 7. You mean Gary Gygax? I mean, I would want to ask instead. I mean, obviously, you know, everything is a good question, but the things I want to know are where the heck did they get deities like Apshai and Druaga? Because those are not real. And I cannot find, I have not been able to find anything that's even like, okay, I see how they could have gotten to these two with this wrong information kind of thing. I mean, they're on the record, people who worked there at the time are on the record saying that they basically just went to the library and, you know, checked out books and stuff like that. I don't know if any of them would even remember at this point, though. So, I'm pretty sure it was the other way around. Druaga came from, like, the Tower of Druaga came from D&D, AD&D's Legends and Lore book. Because that's like a, that book came out first. I'm almost positive of it. I think the game uses them because it's pulling that information from those books. You just heard that Druaga from the game was a corruption of Durga? I don't know of a Durga. But I mean, the game has Ki and Ishtar in it as well, so like it's getting other Mesopotamian information, and crystal rods are there. Durga from Hindu? Is Draga in D&D like 8-armed? Yeah, something like that. I've heard an idea that that Draga might be from a type of Zoroastrian spirit called a Druj. That at least would be kind of close-ish. I mean, like temporally and locationally. Well, Draga is male and evil. He's in D&D. He's supposed to be the or at least claim to be a controller of devils from the Nine Hells. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's the way it went. Is that the game took it from D&D. D&D was pretty influential on a lot of those early games. Well, I have a lot of those books myself, so... You always hated how they went with Demon and Devil? I mean, I do find Tanari and Betazu better names in that regard. And Yugoloths instead of Daemons. And howdy, Blood Angel Veronis, how's it going? I mean, in later D&D games, that's a category. I mean, it's not mad. It is a thing that actually gives them more more self. Like it makes them more of their own thing as opposed to just a reflection of like how they're looked at by prime material characters. It sets them up as their own thing as opposed to wholly tied to, you know, how mortals look at them kind of thing. I know. But, like, one of the common arguments against the, you know, like, people like, say, I like the, Demons and Devils better, and the names were silly, and I don't like it because they were just changing it to because of the satanic panic, blah, blah, blah. And it's like, they may have been doing that, but it actually created something really good out of it. Copyrightable, certainly, or trademarkable. But it also, I mean, like, it just sets them up as a unique entity of their own. It gives them an identity, and I like that. There we go. Got a little window for up there. And 4 1x1 cylinder bricks. Well, right, but like to a certain extent, it works well. Like in that, what mortal, you know, who is not a scholar is going to be like, you know, a flaming hell beast appears in front of them. How many of them are going to be like, oh yeah, you're a devil, not a demon? Not very many. They're going to use whatever word pops into their head, and then you get, you know, their names for themselves and stuff like that. All right, so spare parts. We got a nougat 1x1 cylinder plate, a dark brown 1x1 cylinder plate, and a tan 1x1 plate. Yeah, it's great. Let them get pissed. Great role playing. All right, this is the final bag. All right, we got 2 more windows. Let me go ahead and move these plates out of the way. Do I think Mind Flayers hate being called that? Probably. I mean, maybe not hate, but you know, it would be like, you know, you get some things where humans will be called pinkskins, you know? It's a literal definition, you know, like description of you from the point of view of something that does not have pink skin, or, I mean, obviously not all humans do, but depending on what they encounter first, it might determine that. But, you know, as opposed to human or Terran or Earthling, you know? Yeah, I mean, Mind Flayer is a good, like, human name for them as opposed to their technical name. And people who don't know their technical name, their name for themselves, would use it. Yeah, I mean, some of those are intentionally supposed to be insulting. Whereas, like, one of my favorite things in blanking on the name, Star Control 2. You meet these gas-bodied creatures in a planet, in a gas giant planetary atmosphere, and at one point when you're saying goodbye to them, You say, goodbye, Slylandro gas bags, and they call you, goodbye, human water sacks. And they're literally just definition, like descriptions of what you are, and they're not... It's put as a joke, but they're not insulting about it. Like, you're not insulting them, and they're not insulting you. Well, you might have been insulting them, but they took it as a literal descriptor. And then in Star Trek the Motion Picture, you had Alia, when she was taken over by V'ger, calling the humans carbon units. You know, a silicon creature might call humans and other carbon-based life form carbon creatures or something like that, you know? I mean, it's always going to depend on how it's portrayed in-game. Or in world of, you know, whatever the fictional world is. Is this done as an insulting thing, or is this done as a literal descriptor and no one's offended by it? Like, obviously in Shadowrun, Knife Ear is intended to be seen as an insult. There we go. And 2 1x4s. So yeah, like Demon and Devil and Daemon just become the words the uninformed use, and they may not really understand what the difference is. That's fine. Like, I've definitely played that up in my D&D game, pointing out that my characters, like my players wouldn't, their characters wouldn't know the difference and stuff like that. Star Trek had sentient rocks calling humans ugly bags of water. Yep. Yep. Because we are mostly water. Yeah, like, I see a lot of people who want to portray the Elven Imperial Navy and Spelljammer as evil, and I don't think that's accurate, because they're not. They're not written as evil. But they do work really well as being incredibly arrogant. Like, when you're talking about someone who has likely had more time in their military than you've been alive, they're gonna seem pretty like they're gonna doubt your, if you just come up to them and say, here's a thing that's going on, if that is contrary to what their experience is, then they're gonna doubt you. Because they have way more experience than you. But once you prove it to them, then they will be absolutely on board. They're a bit genocidal, it sounds like. So, a lot of people think that, forget that the first Unhuman War was started because the goblins were, raiding throughout space. They were slaughtering people, destroying worlds. I mean, they weren't an organized group, but they were absolutely doing a heck of a lot out there. So you can't really ignore that. Yeah, I mean, Illithids have basically a divinely inspired view that they are superior to everything. Their mythology says that they were perfected, while all the their race is a perfection of creation, whereas everyone else was, all the other deities were just like scrabbling around, making poor, like making things quickly and shoddily, while their deity waited and took his time in creation to make a perfect being. Like, it's very arrogant. But that's what they believe. Which has a problem if you do Ceramorphosis straight up as described, because then, how do the Illithids have to come later? My preferred way of keeping Ceramorphosis, which I don't like, but sticking to the canon, would be that Ceramorphosis is just a way to speed up the maturation process rather than waiting years for an Illithid tadpole to grow up to be a full-sized Illithid. They've come up with a way that jumpstarts the process, kind of thing. And that's what Ceramorphosis is. That would be my way to have that be true, but also not have a basically original sin for them. Because, every Illithid should have the choice of being good or evil, but if your choice of being good means the extermination of your own species, how can that be a choice? Yeah, the Aboleths do think similarly, but they also retain all the knowledge of their parents and grandparents and the whole lineage. Alright, spare parts. A white 1x1 tile with round end and a brown 1x1 quarter cylinder tile. And we get this on here. There we go. So we can pull this whole wall off. Oops. Okay. So let's go ahead and bring this camera up so that we can see that. Move this back here. And get these put together. There we go. And get these put together. Alright, let's get some minifigs on board. Alright, let's get him right there. There we go. That works. Get his helmet back there. Let's have her walking this way from her forge. That guy walking that way to say hi to her. She can be up here. Nope. She does not want to be up there. Alright, what is keeping her from... Is it her hair? Might be her hair. There we go. Alright, and then this guy can be standing down here. Okay, so that is the Viking Village. Now, we do have a Viking longship that we built. And you can see that it is a little bit out of scale. It is a little bit out of scale. So it definitely needs a smaller longship to go with the Viking Village. Or a larger village. That is also a possibility. A smaller longship or a larger village. One or the other. But, I mean, it wouldn't be too difficult to scale down this ship in some ways. I would probably prefer to build a new one from scratch, though. In part because that would allow, like... The village fits in with the Lion Knight's castle. And we can have the Midgard Serpent coming up to say hi.
Hi. I heard you guys had mead. I would like some mead. Can I have some mead, please?
So, it's pretty nice. I do like it. There is another Viking character in Series 7 that we have not gotten yet. I'm trying to think if there's any others. I don't think there are. But unfortunately, we have not gotten that one yet, so... But it is nice to have these characters who do have some of the same torsos and stuff like that. So certainly, like you can easily take these minifigs off and put it with the village and make a much more populated village. And these do give you very nice templates for, you know, building more buildings back there, kind of thing. You know, get a little farmstead, get some sheep grazing areas, that kind of thing. So overall, the village is absolutely fantastic. I really, really do like it, and I highly recommend it as well. Need a whole Viking Village line? If only. If only. I don't think that is too likely to happen, because this was an ideas set. And unfortunately, like, you know, it really sucks, but the plain old castle line just doesn't have the cachet to really sell these days, I don't think. Best we can get is the occasional set like this, the Lion Knight's Castle and the Medieval Village. Now, one thing that I would like, and I don't know if it is something that they're thinking about, but like with the success of the Lion Knight's Castle and the Medieval Village, and then this one, it would be really nice if just like every year they came out with a medieval set. It'd be awesome. We'll have to wait and see if they decide to do something like that, though. But that is going to wrap us up for this evening. I want to thank you guys for coming on out. This was a lot of fun to build. It's a very, very good set. It looks good. It's a pretty fun build as well. Got lots and lots of nice details throughout it. Good minifigures, which some of the pieces might still be available online on Pick-a-Brick, and I need to look into that to see if I can get some more like Viking parts to make more Viking minifigs. I got some of the old Viking characters as well, but I would like to get more of the helmets like these and these shields and stuff. I think that would be really nice. Viking dinosaur riders from Zanzibar. But that is going to wrap us up for tonight. Let's go ahead and see if there is anyone on right now that I can raid. Give me just a second. Not right now. All right, so I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be... Oh, all right. Isoven has redeemed a guide the raid. Go ahead and do that. There we go. He is also playing some Paper Mario. All right, so let's go ahead and get that raid going. I want to thank you guys for coming on out. We will be back tomorrow for some more Spelljammer. We will be back Monday for more Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. We will be back on Wednesday for some more Lego building in the evening. Friday, back to Sword of Mana in the morning, and building something new in the evening. Wednesday and Friday we'll have related builds as well. So I want to thank you guys for coming on out, and I shall see you next time. See you then, everyone.